in some ways, film action has gone back to what Bruce Lee was trying to get away from. Um, I part of what got me into choreography in the first place were Kurosawa films. I loved the dynamic that and the total commitment that Japanese samurai movies had. It created a culture I wasn't familiar with, but it was very interesting, and it invited me in. I would also go to the kung fu theaters, and I would see these long, drawn-out fights that were, they got to the point where they were just kind of silly. They're basically, when they started coming to America and doing all of this wire work, for example, for The Matrix, it wasn't anything that we hadn't been seeing since the 60s. It's just they now had the technology to erase the wires. But you used to see, these mythical figures from Chinese legend, skipping across ponds and flying through the air and leaping backwards onto walls and things. And you just kind of went, okay, our suspension of disbelief is they are capable of superhuman things. They are not bound by the laws of, science as we know it, modern physics. And as a result, there was a bit of a disconnect. Now, with all of this CGI and this video game mentality and things, being, cut and chopped, and there seems to be this fear to actually tell a narrative story, and that was one of the things that Bruce Lee was so very good at. You had a beginning, a middle, conflict, great jeopardy, and the end. When he would do a fight, you would have this shifting jeopardy, because every time you commit to something, you create an opening for your opponent, so if he's able to avoid or redirect or use your energy against you. And see, these are all actual combative, aspects of combat, and Bruce was bringing those into his choreography to tell a better story. And you felt, because it was real, you could identify more fully with the character. You could be invested. You could think, if I could do that too, if I just trained as hard as Bruce Lee does, and so as a result, there was a greater humanity to it. Now I find it, a little bit off-putting, to tell you the truth. So I'm not sure that Bruce wouldn't lament where we've gone today, and I think he'd come in and grab a few people by the neck and say, "Cut this crap out."